God damn, Gary. Some serious gourmet shit. What flavor is this? That's right, it's the all-hell medium roast private blend. Check out the Geek Grind Coffee Nerdrotic page for our other options like the Decadent, Feathers of Liberty, vanilla-infused flavored coffee. Or if you're looking for something darker, try the Dark Roast FNT blend of the Fellowship. You know what? Just buy all three. GeekGrindCoffee.com. Use discount code Nerdrotic. Huzzah!
I learned a long time ago that there's no sense getting all riled up every time a bunch of idiots give you a hard time. In the end, the universe tends to unfold as it should. Plus, I have a really large penis. That keeps me happy.
There you are, Miss Kennedy, the linguine and clam sauce.
Excuse me. I believe I asked you to put a chicken in this and make her gay.
Yes, the chef was a little confused what you meant by that.
It means put a chicken in the linguine and make her fucking gay! And I want it lame!
You look goofy.
It's been boring! Black girl magic!
Now, what I've got here is a scrotum and nothing else.
Is there a problem, people?
No problem at all, Mrs. Kennedy.
We were just discussing ideas of what to do with the new Prince Eric movie.
Put a chicken in it, make her gay!
Yes, Miss Kennedy, some of the execs are just expressing that maybe...
Well, that maybe we should go a different route than we did with Indiana Jones.
Fuck Indiana Jones, put a chicken in it and make her lame and gay!
Good evening and welcome to Tucker Carlson Tonight, Middle-earth edition. Now, as any honest and decent person knows, Sauron is not a figure to be taken unconcernedly. This wasn't up for debate even a few years ago, but all of a sudden, you've got militarized Nazgul patrolling the Shire and threatening the ability of its citizens to travel freely. So why are some of Middle-earth's residents, namely Saruman the White, signing off on it? What's really going on here? 4 unassuming hobbits, not warriors, not politicians, are embarking on a journey that would daunt even the most seasoned adventurers. Why? Because when the fabric of freedom is threatened, it's the duty of every citizen to stand up to tyranny. Period. When did we forget how to say, well, actually, no, you can't just enslave the whole world. Sorry, that's not how things work. And let's be clear, these hobbits aren't delusional. They don't believe they can defeat such darkness on their own. But we all get the sense that they understand that standing up to evil, no matter how insurmountable it seems, is what separates the moral from the cowardly. Anyone with a pulse and 2 brain cells can't help but feel inspired by a story like this. Courage isn't just a word. It's the pillar on which every civilization worth remembering is built upon. The moment we forget that is the moment that evil wins.
Probably late.
very loud. Maybe it's loud to you. What's up, Shitter Chat? How's it going? Welcome to a late night. Well, if you're in the Central or Eastern time zone, it's just 8 o'clock over on the lefty coast, on the leftist coast. And this is a Friday Night Tights Square Up. Hail! Hail, Joe Dog, B Chain 315, Big Worm, David, Nerswick, Jake, Jordan, Anthony, EA Carr, Sup, Papa Burgundy 75, Wales Vagina. That's where I'm from. I'm from Wales Vagina, born and raised there. Frosty Film Watcher, Darth Nudo, Emerald Coast Archer, Jeff Alpert, Beowulf's Revenge Overkilled, Gung Ho Mac, and Rico Matassa. Matassa. I just like saying Matassa. M. Parrot and Bottle Gnomes. What's up? Hail all. I'm going to burp. See, I have a cough button for that. Not like as. So X-Ray Girl, Kara, and Miss Nerdrotic are at the bar drinking their our meetup site. They're checking it out and they're testing all the drinks, apparently. It's 4:06 a.m. in the UK. What are you doing up, Thomas? You maniac. Thank you for the £2 British proper money. We're gonna get right to it. It's going to be a busy couple of months around these parts. Shit is just getting started with the Acolyte. We've got House of the Dragon in 10 days. 10 days. And I will be covering each episode of both series. We will be live after every House of the Dragon episode at about, within 10 or 15 minutes of the episode airing. Just like the old days around Nerdrotic, I'll be with Mahler and Ryan Kinnell and others on the main channel. That'll be fun. I'll be on the road for the first one. But I was on the road for the first House of Dragon. Anyway, covering something good. And then we got the bad, which is Acolyte. The reason this was perfect timing because Garrett's still working on the video. If I have to jump off and answer a question, just fair warning, I have to do it, but probably not. He's almost done, and it'll be out tomorrow at noon Central, 10 Pacific, 1 Eastern. That's when the video will be out, my review, and I'm going to review every single fucking episode. And I haven't done that of a series in a long time. So it's going to be busy, but it's fun. It's genuinely fun. Chronicling Star Wars' demise, but it's already demised. Chronicling its continued rotting has, at this point, has been a joy. Why? Because they've earned it. Because they treated the fans like such shit and treated this IP and everybody who loved it like such shit. They played their part in dividing the audience that I have zero sympathy for them. And when they fail, I'm just going to point and laugh at this point. Just going to point and laugh because that's all we got left. So what I'm looking forward to the most when the Acolyte comes out is all the YouTube videos. There's already been some fucking spectacular YouTube videos. Careers will be made on this. Channels will be started because of this. God bless you. Go get them. Go get them. It's a new world we live in. And I was talking about it on Normal World, which just ended. In my perfect world, there is no corporations. In my perfect world, it's just mom and pops and small businesses, varying sizes, but I know that's not reality. But the corporation that one day figures out the internet, figures out how to interact, figures out how to laugh at itself and clown itself when it fucks up will be the one that wins. They will be the one that wins. We'll see if it happens. Probably not, but we'll see if it happens. Gary Brett Cooper has a new video talking about working with Headland and Heather's. That was a bit interesting. Might be worth checking out. You're awesome, by the way. Thank you, Rated M, for $4.99. I like Brett Cooper. She's like, I don't hate the Daily Wire at all. neither do I love them, but she's a good one over there. She's a good one. What was that? Oh, maybe the girls are back. It's gonna get loud. They're fucking probably drunk. Okay. But let's get going. Let's get going. Yeah, the ladies are back. They didn't stay out that late. All right. This is from Friday Nights. Let me get this all set up. I thought I already did. Is there anything else? Oh, tomorrow we have Mahler. Congrats. Drinker had a huge fucking audience on Open Bar. Congrats to Drinker. Drinker is the fucking man. Will is the man. He and I might be doing something together next week. Keep an eye out for it. Anonymous for $10 on the Streamlabs side said, my first super chat. Whoa. There you go. Enjoyed watching you all for years. Retired teacher / Big Navy family. Thank you for the entertainment and the honesty. We appreciate it. Hi. Do you have fun? Sorry, hang on just a second. You because I was supposed to take you there and then bring you back because you were all drinking. Right? Oh, okay, good. I'm glad. Shame on you. But how are the drinks? Were they good?
They passed the quality control check.
They passed the quality control checks. It's great. It was fucking awesome.
And then I told them the story about the time you forgot about me when my car was getting fixed.
Thanks.
And I took the bus.
Thanks.
Home.
Come here, Remy.
I'll say this: you and Garrett are very alike.
Now the dogs are. I'm on a live stream. Yes. Square up. Don't let that dog in here. They're gonna knock everything over. My dog is not a they them. She. Hey.
What's up, Chad?
All of us.
Say what's up.
Hi.
Hi.
I
Don't
went to check out a bar.
We did.
Yes, the bar that we can't say the name of right now. It's going to be the meetup location in San Antonio for Space Con in October. So apparently it passed the test.
It passed the test.
Good.
The
Food was
flying
good.
colors. I did not have cowboy boots, so I couldn't dance, and I got sad.
You can dance without cowboy
there
boots.
was
It's
rules.
it's
There was a rule.
oh, it's a
No
rule.
sandals.
Yeah.
That's
No
great.
Sandals, sandals, no dancing. So.
There you go.
Anyway, sorry. Bye, Chad.
All right,
You're not doing your job.
get the hell out of
You're
here.
supposed to be helping with this stuff, right? No.
I'm drunk.
I can tell.
I'm not.
I'm
Yes.
sorry.
I'll go have some wine.
Yeah, get drunk now. Keep it down out there.
You're not the boss of us. The boss of you.
The fuck.
Okay, yeah, technically.
Sorry about that. Jesus. Okay. Where was I? Joe Pineapples for 637. Do you think with Hollywood in free fall, it might open the door for another golden period like the 70s and to a lesser extent the 90s, where budgets were lower and more risks could be taken? P.S. Mia in Pulp Fiction snorted Vince's heroin. It's heroin. It was heroin. That's right. So when I passed out, mine was cut with something other than meth. So it might have been heroin, but when I was younger, I unless I didn't know it, I never took heroin. But but there, like the other time, like I snorted meth and it was like, I can't get too far into it in YouTube. There's really strong meth. It's supposed to be cut. It's supposed to be cut, and mine wasn't, and I flatline twice. Okay, there you go. Disparu's hairdo for $25. Husky voice. Hey, any of you girls want to go play some softball, then slam a case of Michelob? Mango Smash for $10. My guess, one of the two things will happen in Acolyte. Either they will set up the Palpatine gets his ideas to set up the Empire from a girl boss, which I completely agree with. The timing doesn't quite, unless like they put it in a book that he finds or something, or they make Yoda gay. Yes, it's all possible. It's all possible because the twins were conceived by two women. I'm all for acceleration. Fucking let's go. Give lesbian headlamp. According to Tardo, lesbian headlamp. Give her all the shows. Let's fucking go. Cini for $10. Hey, Gary, if I may, you may. I'd like to shill the fundraiser for my rhythm game, Clash of Melodies. It's called Clash of Melodies. The guys who made up all the popular EFAP remixes did the music for it. Oh, that's awesome. Free demo is out now. Find it at IGG. Oh boy. It'd be easier for me to maybe put this in the chat. I don't know. It's igg.me/@/Clash of Melodies. igg.me/@/Clash of Melodies. There you go. Thank you. Stay awesome. I'll try to be awesome. I try that every day. It's usually just average, and I'm fine with that. Eric K for $2. What's up, Eric K? It was not my fault, Gary. I blame you for everything. Because I have no one else to blame, Eric. I would have to blame myself. The Anti-Woke Academy for Arts and Scientists for $4.99. Arts and Scientists. I'm retarded. Did you hear that Ubisoft has confirmed the main character's name actually pronounced "You Suck Gay"? You Suck Gay. I'm not surprised. Maximus for $4.99. Disbrews video about Tom Bombadil having a Cornish accent is comedy gold. Can't miss it. Rings of Power is going to make us all millionaires. First super chat. Hey, there you go. What did Rings of Power? Rings of Power, I would say, ultimately bought my rain gutters that I needed. So we bought a house. Some of you may have seen it on X-Ray Girls pool stream today. It was built like in the 80s, but it's a pretty nice house, but it needed gutters, needed rain gutters. And we got them. The anti-woe. Oh, I read that one. Justin Hart for $10. Anime has so many life lessons. Battle Angel is great manga to read. It's a great manga to read. It does. And you know, a lot of people like to trigger anime people with the lolly stuff, and I don't read that. But my response to it is you can't. That's why I always made I differentiated woke Hollywood from Hollywood. Now, Hollywood became woke Hollywood, but I would argue that the American comic book industry, let's include Europe in that, has a bunch of degenerate shit. Tons of it. There's a bunch of stuff I would not sell in my store. Mine was supposed to be a kid-friendly store. So anything from like Avatar Press was a no, because a lot of it was torture porn, right? If a customer wanted to special order it, fine, no problem. If a customer wanted to I had customers special ordering the weirdest anime figurines possible, and it's fine. They're adults. I don't care. But there was an adult section in my store when I first got there. Sorry if I've told the story before. Caught a dude whacking it, doing his 38 seconds in my bathroom, threw him out, got rid of all the adult content after that forever. There's every other shop carried it in San Francisco, and I wanted to differentiate myself from them by being like the normal family shop, where you could bring kids and it's fine. And it worked out. Speaking of anime, my weekly recommendation of Jujutsu Kaisen, but with how epic the season 2 finale was and how it left me hanging. I need season 3 now. I hope you get it. Kirsha on Friday Night Tights this summer. Do it. Hashtag all hail. I'll have X-Ray Girl reach out to her. I'd love to have her on. She's great. She's great. The Anti-Woke Academy for Arts and Sciences for $9.99. The Epic Unreal 5 Thought Police tech is concerning. How long until your phones can police and edit or block your text for problematic language? I think they're starting to already implement that. There's a weird terms of service with Adobe that I'm going to cancel my fucking, like, their moderators are going to be able to look at my shit. Fuck that. I don't need Adobe. The only reason I use Adobe is because I was trained on Final Cut Pro. I'm a Final Cut Pro editor, and Premiere is like the old Final Cut Pro. So I know all the shortcuts and everything. I don't need it. Fuck Adobe. Are other tech platforms incorporating something similar? Yes. Justin Hart for $10. Anime has so many. I read. Oh, that one's in there twice. Sweaty Todd for $10. There are a lot of sus anime out there, to be honest. But let me tell you, there's a lot of good stories in anime too. Bonus that I have, that I get to see anime milkers. Nobody has a problem with milkers. As a Grand Admiral, I believe I speak with authority when I say save anime titties, says Chad Admiral Thrawn for $5. I agree. Alex Belfour for $4.99. Anime can be great. Look at Satoshi Kon. Perfect Blue, Paprika. I know how to say that. Paranoia Agent, masterpieces. Matt Walsh, we were talking about Matt Walsh's take, right? Talked about how what he actually thinks about anime on Timcast IRL. Charlie Thompson for £5 British. Yeah, I think he really feels that way. I'm not going to get into his head. You know, Matt Walsh can say what he wants. That's the beauty of free expression and debate. And I think we've had to deal with so much. Your opinion makes you a Nazi, so you should die. And I really enjoy normal fucking debates like anime. That's a pretty normal debate. You might not like what Matt says. Shoot back at him all fucking day long. Shoot him down. That's what I do. That's what I do. We're nerds. We've heard this shit all our lives. That's why you can't fake being a nerd. So many try, and nerds figure it out pretty easily. You can't fucking fake it. It's a lifestyle choice. It certainly is. And you could be a nerd for anything. Lord of the Rings is timeless and transcendent. No one will remember Rings of Power. Saw Jeremy go full Gary gaming on Fortnite, unable to find his car or driver's seat. $199. Nick Hudson for $5. Wish I would have seen that. I aim to misbehave. Hail Benny. Benny was fucking awesome last week, by the way. Fucking love that guy. Southeastern Kaiju for $2. Albert Nada Retro for $2. Problem with Fall Guy? Gender swapped Colt Seavers. Summary of tonight's FNT. At least you tried. Southeastern Kaiju for $5. Yeah, I got a very respectful email, by the way, and I get those, and with criticisms, concerns, and they were talking because I specifically said, like, we're not gonna, like Benny was coming on, and Trump just got sentenced in that fucking sham, and I said, hey, I talked to Benny beforehand, and I'm like, we're gonna do some alternative programming. He's like, dude, I need a break. so it all worked out. And plus, there's like, for much better commentary, go to Jeremy, go to Benny. I'm not a political commentator, and Friday Night Tights is like, we're not afraid to, like, we'll talk, like, we're not going to make a whole segment on it. We'll talk about it, right? We'll bring it up when something is crazy, because we're not just we're a cultural show too, but we mostly just want to be, especially this year, alternate programming. Let's laugh at some shit. That's how it really came to be around COVID, because there was so much dark shit going on, and people, like, we needed to laugh, and hopefully you laughed along with us or at us. That's fine too. The guy was just like, hey, you should be able to talk about politics. I'm like, well, we will once in a while. when it's egregious and stuff. But that's not what the show's about. But it was, again, a really nice email. It was a good email. I really appreciate those. Jeremy David for $5. It's ironic how they'll spend billions on this crap, but the one thing they won't pay for is actual lore. Right? But I think it's more than clear now. There's a BBC article we kind of went over on the Nooner out there where a guy from the BBC basically states it. But I mean, that even though that's publicly funded, government controlled, that they make uneconomic decisions, but it's the right thing to do according to their very narrow mindset. And their very narrow mindset has convinced them that they are 100% completely right about everything. The most fucking dangerous people in the world who are the ones who think they are 100% right and resolute about absolutely everything. That means anything that might break their narrative or break their worldview has to be utterly and completely destroyed, not debated, not an exchange of ideas. The leftists love to talk about fascism. They are fascism. They are fascism, but we know that. You guys know that. They don't know that. John Q Ghost has donated $10. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Adam West for $5. Beep, beep, blah, blah, blah. Predactyl, poo-poo pants, skitty, skitty, ploop, derp, bing bong, cat soup. Congratulations. You are the anchor man. Yes. Without a doubt, FNT is my favorite live stream. Six Eyes, thank you for $4.99. Cheers. It's mine too. Seek Man Wingling for $2. Yo, Gary, how are those diversity hires working out? Shit, like diversity hires. And it would be great if I got my fucking ESG discount. I keep applying for my ESG discount. So I think if I make quarter black trans, I think we'll finally get it. What do you think? Should I? Yeah, I hear you, chat. You're already saying yes. Great clip. We still could not hear, says Eric K for $2. I know. Hey, let's see if I can find it real quick. There's a new 1-800-DANKY. We're going to play it on Friday Night Tights. But he animated. We've had two people animate my Killing Woke. He animated it, and we are going to check it out. Let's check it out. Give me just a mo. I'm pretty sure you're going to be able to hear this, but you will tell me if you can. Now it skipped over. Hang on. We got to share a different screen. Why did that clip over to there? That's weird. There we go. All right, you guys ready? Shit. Go. There we go.
Why can't we just kill Betsy? I mean, why all these elaborate schemes all the time?
My dear, we've discussed this.
But, boss, just one swing and bam! No more bat brain.
Harley, you just don't get it. The Batman isn't just someone to kill. He's the rhythm to my chaos, the melody to my madness.
But wouldn't it just be easier without him, boss?
Easier, yes. But without him, life would be boring. And without you.
Oh, classic, Mr. J.
Wait for the punchline. was fun. Who's for Chinese?
I told a little story on Real BBC this week. Harley Quinn, the modern fucking New 52 Jim Lee designed whore fucking Harley Quinn comes in. She's annoying the fucking Joker. The Joker pulls out his fucking gun. He clicks, little bang, little pow thing comes out. He pulls that out, loads it, shoots her in the fucking face. That was Kristen Nova. That was Kristen Nova. Angry Badger. That's fucking awesome, man. Well done. Well done. Star Trekker 58 for 20 Australian dollars. Hail Gary and FNT team. Hey KK, the force is female. Who exactly is sexist? Is she gonna, or is she gone, or is she here? KKK's employment status is unbelievable for some with so many flops since taking over Lucasfilm. Queer. That's right. Tropic Thunder had a black guy in it, and that was during Iron Man. Fake gay black man, I think. Maybe. Well, I don't know. Was he gay? I can't remember. That was from Spencer Winesek for $9.99. Ken Fuller for $1.99. They're gonna need a bigger boat. Anvec for $2. Something is up with Roblox and Gilded. Gilded is fucked up. Yeah, Gilded is fucked up. I was always on stupid Discord anyway because I'm a boomer and I figured it out. And I'm like, well, God, it took me forever to figure this thing out. Gage Couch, thank you for the $1. Albert Nada Retro for $2. Deadpool and Wolverine will open big, then flop. It could do it's possible. It could do a Doctor Strange. It's possible. I think it's going to be a fucking huge opening weekend. Just huge. Valiant Thor for $9.99. They should have given the Acolyte cast light scissors instead of sabers. I agree. I want lightsaber scissors, and I'm holding out for them. Fear the waifu? Is it waifi? For $2. If the male audience was truly the problem, the live action Ahsoka would not have been made. Garbage that it was, because the audience would have never killed the cartoon version of that character. Mike for $4.99. Explosion at PGH Art Show. Block from my house. Sad shit. Happy to be with FNT. What happened? Gas leak? Somebody fart? Fanfic metaphor of directing her wife's whip against the Star Wars franchises. KK watches her do it like her old boss used to do. Oh, with the lightsaber whip. And back for $5. I get it. With the Acolyte. Review dropping tomorrow. I have seen both episodes twice. I hope to never see them again. And there will be a review of episode 3 because that's where it like really goes downhill, which is kind of hard to believe because the first 2 episodes were dog shit. Absolute, unadulterated dog shit. Honeylock for 20 euros says the Moses Ingram stuff was funny because it happened literally 1 to 2 days before the show dropped. You're wrong, Ryan Bleh. Well, it either happened within the first couple of days, I think. But honestly, I'd have to go back. I'm pretty sure she made my first video, but I could be wrong. I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure she did, but that was 2 years ago, and I've slept since then. Bionic Belly Button. What's up, Bionic Belly Button for $10? Maybe since Acolyte is an all-female cast, the lightsabers will turn red at the time of the month. Maybe, maybe that explains the one red lightsaber. Navi for $20. My friend's comic is on Indiegogo right now. It's called 2100 Samurai. 2100 Samurai. Let's show him some love. Hail FNT. Hail the Iron Age. Indiegogo. Go check out 2100 Samurai. The Biachi is ugly. Which one? Yes. John Nutt for $2. Probably talking about lesbian headlamp. Oh boy. Hirukami for 10 British pounds. Proud to touch grass, going to touch sand instead of watching The Acolyte. Good. And Doctor Who, which people have already forgotten about. And apparently they had their like wokest episode yet, which I'm going to go back and watch before BBC. We're FNT fans. Gary slides over X-Ray Girls plushie. What kind of FNT fan are you? A bad one. Caveman Dave for 10 British pounds. Samurai Eriton. Samurai. No. God, I'm such a nerd. Samuel Eriton for $19.99. Gary, Star Wars is dead. Give me a wild Tarantino movie based off the urban sniper myth with Mr. Rogers' character that covers up his kill tattoos with a cardigan. That'd be kind of funny. But he also seeks vigilante justice. Won't you be my neighbor? FNT needs Donald Trump to come and speak with the fandom and nerd out with us for a half an hour or so. Please make it happen. Love FNQ, FNT, and everything you are all doing. Benny, you rule. Voldemort for $10. Oh, I just said his name. Damn it. We thought the founding fathers rebelled against the British because of tyranny. Nah, they were rebelling from them because the British are gay-based. Oh, God, Lance for $9.99. That's going to make you some friends. I am Sofa King. We Todd did. Okay, John Blanco for $20. Hope you slept it off. Graph Web for $2. For fuck's sake, hashtag cancel Disney Plus. Already did. I share a password. Beep Bop Boop is Gina's intellectual property. It should be. Albert Not a Retro for $2. Oh, God dang. We really should put that clip in. Hang on. Note time. Garrett probably already did, but okay. If we can fit it in, we'll fit it in. Thank you. John Krupp for $5. Harvey's personal assistant stumbles over her words because there's so much she knows she mustn't say. Harukami for 10 British pounds, proper money. Harassment training at work this week. The only white guy was the bloke in the wheelchair with the population of 87% white in the UK. I know. Which is incredible because when you go to the UK, which I just did last year, you get outside of London, it's pretty white. It's pretty white. Doogie 7626 for $19.99. That Star Wars mistake is a history teacher's equivalent of saying Abe Lincoln fought the British and helped sign the Declaration of Independence. Then Teddy Roosevelt won the Battle of the Bull Run for the Union riding a ram. I want to see that story. To be fair, I could see myself in the Rancor because it would eat me. It says aided clock for $10. Albert Not a Retro for $5. 9 out of 10 anorexics recommend watching Disney Star Wars after a large meal. There you go. Valiant Renegade for $10. What's up, brother? More people just saw the Acolyte cast on FNT than we'll watch on D Plus next Tuesday. Hail, brother. Hail, brother. Kids don't do drugs, says Furious Phil for $5. Oh, it says kids don't do drugs. Okay. Kids don't do drugs. They're really bad. Godzilla -1 digital release tomorrow. It's already out. You can watch it on Netflix. You can rent it. You can watch rent the black and white version. And now we're just holding out for the 4K. Furious Phil, 50 Shades of Grayson for $2. Hail Benny Trump 2024. Hashtag deport the left. The Gungans can't represent black people. They can swim. Oh boy, no more white comfort for 5 British pounds. The Lord of the Rings theatrical needed extended editions, but the Hobbit theatrical needed shortened editions. Yeah, the extended edition of the Battle of the Five Armies did not need an extended edition. An Unexpected Journey, I like the extended edition. And for what it is, I enjoy the Hobbit trilogies. I just cringe through the love triangle. But yeah. Speaking of the Hobbit, the actor who plays Keeley, Aidan Turner, should be the next James Bond. He would have been a great doctor. He would have been a great doctor. From Grega with Love for $5. And he wouldn't be bad as Bond. But unfortunately, he will be bad as Bond because he's white. I'm witching tomorrow people from 1970s. Says Ender 8412 for $2. Okay. Rob Crawford for $20. Today is Set Your VPN to Saudi Arabia Day. Oh, yeah. Happy Pride Month, everyone. BMW just straight out came out and admitted it, by the way, which was pretty funny. Pretty funny today on Twitter. Nico Lex official for $4.99. You guys have to watch a trailer for the Concord, a recently announced Sony game. We can watch it later. Congrats, Ryan. You almost took out my dad. I showed him your video on Lizzo, and I had to get his inhaler because he couldn't breathe from laughing, and his asthma acted up. He then went and subscribed. There you go. Ryan has earned your subscription today. Alundus for $10. Brian McCann for $2 says real Star Wars 1977 to 2005. Rest in peace. There you go. Not going to argue with that. Nikki Rackett's mugshot, total bags. Lincoln bio says, I draw local moms. I draw local mom. What does that even mean for $2? Okay. A prayer for the addict who's still suffering. Please seek help if you think you have a problem. Frosty Film Watcher for $20. Hail to the fellowship and the panel. How does Disney even still make money anymore? The parks, ESPN, sports, cruises, other endeavors, hotels, hospitality. I don't think their entertainment is profitable right now. They must cook their books. They do. Better than the mob. They do. Are the executives basically untouchable at this point? They are. There's a song by Jane's Addiction called 1%. And in that song, they go, the gang and the government are no different. And you can say the same for corporations. They are the new mob. Who took over Vegas? Corporations. Corporations defeated the mob. Oh, corporations don't have people murdered. Really? Boeing? Really? Lawrence of Arabia is perfect. Well said, Gary. Thank you, Liam Hemmings, for 10 euros. Yes, there are a few 10 out of 10 films, and Lawrence of Arabia is one of them. Absolutely. Fucking banger, that movie. Any movie with Jar Jar is not perfect. Harukami for £2 I agree. Hi, everyone. I'm just reminding you all to stay strong and hard for everyone to put their best third foot forward. The trial was desperate almost as much as I am. Anyway, love y'all. Stay horny, everyone, says Richard Throbbin for $20. Put your best third foot forward, everybody. Don't get down. And you know what? I guess day of, it might have sounded bad. Does anybody sound down? Does Trump look down? Has CNN been running victory laps? No, they fucked up. They fucked up hard. And I'm going to tell you how they know they fucked up. If Trump gets in the office, pretty likely he's going to get in office, whether he's running the country from prison, he'll be out pretty quick. They have set a precedent. And what is going to stop these deep red counties, these deep red states, doing the exact same thing? Nothing. Nothing. Other than rhinos. And rhinos are going to start getting swept away. So you will see the same thing happen. That's why I was always against it. Making up charges on a president, making up charges or throwing the book at Steve Bannon for whatever. You don't think they're going to do that to the other side? And then it's going to get back and forth and back and forth. And you know who gets fucked? We do. Nothing gets done. Nothing gets done. I agree with Jay, says Eric K for $2. I don't. Brian McCann for $2. World 1, 1993 to 2000. World 2, 2008 to present. I would say World 1, 19. No, there's been multiple worlds. I'd say we're in World 15. But we'll say 13 was up to 2000. Then we had 9/11, which set the precedent for Bush and Obama, which no difference between them, by the way. couple little policies here and there, no difference between them at all. If you look at their ultimate legacy, remember when the Democrats were against corporations? That was a myth. And then World 15 I just pulled that number out of my ass. It could be 20, but we'll just stick with 15. World 15 started after COVID. So in my lifetime, the country has changed fundamentally now 3 times. But I was born in the 60s, so I wouldn't know. Some older folks might. K9 Alpha Eyes for $9.99. These companies need to understand their job is to entertain people, not politically preaching people. We don't work for them. They don't work for us. We will just go somewhere else to find what we really want. And that's already happening. Hollywood is waking up to the audience, finally saying no. Important PSA. Again, Furious Phil. Did I read that one? Hang on. Furious Phil's put $10 more in to let everyone know Godzilla -1 is out there. Go get it. Blabs the Tower Tard for $5. Can't wait for Shad to have a breakdown, throw on a suit of armor, and go full Ned Kelly in the Outback. I can't wait either. Gary's Harry Areola for $5. Fun fact, former Harvey Weinstein assistant lesbian headlamp is a proud sponsor of Friday Night Tights. She will be for the next 2 months. So I'd like to thank her for that. Oh, what? We got a child abduction in Texas. Child abduction in Denton, Texas. Gray 2015 Dodge Dart. Oh, I'm getting on both phones now. License plate number TKK5531. Victim is a 4-year-old white male. What was that? 4-year-old white male. Dominic Burgess. Suspect is 40-year-old white male and female. 40-year-old white female Selena Grasty. So if you're on that area, there you go. There's my PSA. There's my other PSA. Hope they find the kid. Probably a domestic. Amazon really nailed the look of Tim Bombadil, didn't they? Says Aldred the Drifter for $5. Yeah, Tim Bombadil really looks like Tim Bombadil. Benny, I know why you drew the parallel today, but I didn't like calling the founding fathers felons. Just made me cringe a lot. Can we just be referring to them instead of pulling them in? Let the left be that gross, not us, says Mike for $19.99. Well, I mean, they were considered criminals by the English government. They were rebels. So I guess it depends on your point of view, but as a felon, I don't care. I don't think it lowers people. If you're a felon and you continue to commit felonies, that's a fucking problem. That's a problem. If you are an ex-felon who has redeemed yourself, and I think that's fine. I think it shouldn't, especially after a certain amount of time, it shouldn't stop you from doing anything. It does. And that's just a fact of life. But ultimately, that was our decision. But yeah, I mean, you have a right to your opinion, Mike. Lizard of Linux Lane for $2. Where is the Android option on your poll? I don't know. Are you not getting an Android option? Shit. You think you would? It's Google. K9 Alpha Eyes for $4.99. There's nothing wrong with having diversity in storytelling. It's woke diversity, identity, politics, woke agendas, virtual signaling garbage that I hate. Yep. Well, I mean, woke. If you want to talk about the old term of like waking up to the man and the conspiracies of the government and all that bullshit, yeah, it's whatever. But woke has been taken over because they threw it in our faces and we threw it back. We being the practitioners of common sense, which woke was not. Greetings from work, says Uncle Danny. I'm sure you've gone home, gone to work, come back. You might even be back at work. What's up, Uncle Danny? Larry Escher for $10. Just went to Comic Palooza in Houston. They had a giant Star Wars section and several backdrops, props, and characters other than Mando and maybe Kylo. Everything was original trilogy. Hail Comic Palooza. How many episodes till Disney tells us we have to watch The Acolyte because it's Pride Month and it's so important to support queer creators and artists? That'll probably be out tomorrow. Like, you want to fight bigotry, watch The Acolyte. They convince people for Black Panther. If you want to fight racism, go watch Black Panther. You want to fight sexism, go watch Captain Marvel. Michael, thank you for the $25. Ian Careless for $4.99. I see you've changed your name this time, comics. Haha. Andrew Loden for $5. Jeremy, get a new outfit. It's 96 out. Seriously. Blabs the Tower Tard. Trump Beekler 2024 cons you can count on. Yes. Yeah, vice president's fine. Like, all the prestige, none of the work. Let's fucking go. I just go cut some ribbons, shake some hands, honor some veterans. I'm down. Steve-O for $49.99. How we missed that one? Thank you, Steve-O. Sorry about that. John Cannon for 10 British pounds. He didn't say anything, or I would have read it. If I was an American, I would vote for Trump. He's not a criminal. He's going to become a political prisoner. Hail FNT and hail Benny Johnson. Hail. Benny Johnson does great work. By the way, it was John Cannon again. Thank you. Benny Johnson does great work. Glad to see him with the FNY crew. Hashtag Fandom Menace. Hashtag MAGA. Haven't heard Fandom Menace in a long time. Return to tradition for $2. Sinister Mustache for $10. I think the super chatter that keeps trying to dunk on Disbrew should have to submit pictures of themselves. I'm not against it. I'm not against it. Not against it. Let's get to you guys. Let's get to you guys now. We are done with FNT. Hail all F Disney, Star Wars, F New Trek. Get Lord of the Rings special showings this weekend. They're showing this weekend. Or you can see us at the meetup. We'll be at the meetup. Or go see Lord of the Rings. I'm fine with either one, really. Morning, 4:06 a.m. here. I read that one. Thank you, Thomas Costigan. Hey, Gary, so what the fuck happened to the Nooner? It was going great and you got nuked. I know, dude. It just fucking died on us, man. Yeah, we had 11,000 fucking people watching. And we were dual streaming to Twitter, which shouldn't affect YouTube, but the OBS fucking crapped out. The OBS crapped out. And by the time it crapped out, it's like we can't really start it again. So those super chats will be picked up on the next Nooner. Hey, I know you, LOL boss. Acolyte might be the worst thing we've had to watch, and I survived. 1 season of Rings of Power and 2 seasons of Wheel of Time. I think it's too early to make that judgment, Lady Grandmaster, but it's looking that way. I'll say it's looking that way. You're not supposed to super chat. Stop it. I read this one. Matthew Hammond for $4.99. When will views start declining for YouTubers for any Star Wars videos when total apathy sets in? I would say that's a good question. I'd say within a year. Within a year. I would argue this is the last hurrah, but I thought that last time. I would argue this is the last hurrah. Wait, no. If the Rey movie comes out, I think that would be the last hurrah because it would probably get a sequel and just nobody would care. So, but we've seen this cycle through. Star Wars is just a different beast, but we've seen this cycle through, like views declined on Star Trek, but some of us stuck with Star Trek for a long time. I stuck through 3 seasons of Star Trek Discovery. And Doctor Who, it's just happening to now. There's interest within like hardcore Doctor Who fans, but the general pop just has moved on. It's just moved on. But I think after Rey, if Rey doesn't happen, then maybe it just fades away. Maybe it just fades away. It's a good question, though, Matthew. I can't answer it definitively. I cannot. Because there's always something. There'll always be something with Hollywood. There'll always be something. That's why it's really good if you're content creating. Like, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Just don't. If you want to do a lore channel or something like that, just make sure the lore is on different stuff that's within that realm, you know. But ultimately, you set your channel is based on like my channel is based on my interests, and I have a lot of interests. Not an expert in anything. I like a lot of stuff. I like a lot of stuff in a certain frame of pop culture. Not everything, but I like a lot of stuff. Like fucking Game of Thrones coming back. And like House of Dragon season 2 could shit the bed, as far as I know. It could happen. They could go full girl power, which the story is not. The story. So somebody was talking about like woke themes. There is feminist themes in A Song of Ice and Fire all over because George was a giant simp for his feminist girlfriend in college. And then his wife now is a feminist, but it's like old school equality feminist, not like third, fourth wave weirdo, like dudes or girls feminist. But when George writes, he will like take your traditional hero and chop off his hand or his head or injure them in some way. And it kind of happens a lot, but, like dudes, like men are equal. Like they don't get shot down to prop up the women, and the women are deeply flawed and just as bad as the men. Nobody's like really good in A Song of Ice and Fire. People are more human. It's more grounded. It's a little more nihilistic, but there are some good people like Sir Davos is a good dude in service to arguably a bad dude. But I'm a big fan of Stannis the Manus. He just, the way the rules are set up in Westeros, he runs the kingdom with an iron fist. He's about justice, but he's not cruel. He's not like Maegor the Cruel. He won't just kill people because he hates them. Like he believes in justice. So there's something like likable about Stannis. I'm going off on it. See, I love this shit. I do. Like Tyrion, we're following Tyrion around, and people love Tyrion. And Tyrion at times seems like a really good guy. Tyrion's a bad guy. He is a bad guy. He is evil in training. He's had a hard life, a shitty life. He was treated horribly. But he's done some fucked up things. They are buzzed 100%. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. I don't want to turn this into we're saying Ryan and I are going to do a preview show for House of the Dragon this Sunday. Day after tomorrow. Mahler won't be on that one because we're going to be spoiling the shit out of it. And I'm listening to House of the Dragon again, and it's better to listen to. It's a fucking tough read, dude, because it's fucking boring. It's boring. See, what George is so fucking good at is dialogue. His dialogue is second to none. Aside from Tolkien, who's more poetic, but George is cynical and funny, but fucking Tyrion's dialogue is some of the best dialogue I've ever read. Star Wars is now for the kinkers when the real kinkers always knew R2-D2 bleeped for cousin and he ain't no snitch. Vegas. Okay. Everybody knows R2-D2 is the butch in that relationship. He's not a lesbian. Droids can't be gay. Okay. Anthony Daniels, probably gay, but also British. So fucking hard to tell. You tell me. Okay. You're not supposed to super chat. You are an you're as insubordinate as that little X-23 biatch. God, she was annoying, Lady Greymaster. So the girl who played X-23 is a Padawan, and she is talking shit to the male Jedi like you would expect some intersectional feminist fucking fanfic garbage would. We really need Remy Cam on Monday green streams. Matthew Hammond for $2. Oh, on the green app, maybe you got some Remy Cam today with X-Ray Girls pool stream from my pool. You know, I didn't get the memo. I just like I'm like prepping. I'm working on my video, and all of a sudden I get a notification. I'm all X-Ray Girl. She's streaming downstairs. Oh, she's streaming in my pool. Cool. No, the ladies are having a good time. Melissa has to deal with dudes like all day, right? Like our sons, me. So it's good that she gets her girl time in. It is. May is the Canadian healthcare system. Yes, Taker 610. I agree. Week 13 for $4.99 proper British pounds. The Dworm, they say, they are killing in the Acolyte are the American dream. Amandla Stenberg's dad is white. Yes, Danish and a company executive. She came from the elite background. Just saying. Yes. Yep. Zach De La Rocha, lead singer of Rage Against the Machine, came from affluent parents too, went to Hollywood High for a little while. Yeah, that's how that shit goes. Can we get Alan Ng and Chris Gore on FNT? Yeah. I think we're gonna cycle them in. So when we're covering a show every week, like the Acolyte, like Rings of Power, remember we brought on Disbrew and Shad every week, and kind of that's what we're doing. We're bringing in Star Wars versed nerd people for the next 2 months, and Chris and Alan Ng are in at some point. It's got to be like when either Chrissy's sitting out or somebody's sitting out, though, because our spots are full. But yes, I love Alan Ng, the Merciless. Mayhem Writing Company, X-Ray Girl's dad, for $9.99. The review of The Acolyte is as follows: acting, dialogue, delivery. I didn't see any of that. I think you're saying in concept that's what they were trying to do, is act, dialogue, delivery. What we got was monotone reading of lines that were just learned the day before, performed by people who would fit very well in a Neil Breen movie. But I know what you're saying. It was written by people who had Star Wars explained to them over the phone. # lesbian headlamp. Fantastic. I'm utterly convinced that Tom Bombadil will say that to the stranger something retarded to the effect, "Here, take my hat. It's called Gandalf." And Mithrandir. He's going to give him something. I think you're spot on that one. We'll get the predictions when it gets closer to Rings of Power. We'll do predictions. We'll do cringe predictions. I did them for a couple of years. They came out okay. They came out all right. I was right on most of them. So even the first time I saw Halbrand, the first time I saw the picture, maybe Lady Greymaster can back me up on this. I don't know if she watched every one of my live streams. The first time I saw the picture, I was joking. I said that'll probably be Sauron. And what entered my mind was Hot Sauron has been talked about, especially on Reddit, on the gay Reddit threads, right after Rings of Power or Lord of the Rings was announced. It wasn't called Rings of Power, and people were talking about Hot Sauron. So that was a thing that I think that Amazon picked up on in the Reddit threads and said, let's make Hot Sauron. Like, the kids like it. Like 5 people said they liked it on Reddit. We should do it. I mean, don't completely ignore the large portions of fandoms that were just going, please honor the lore. Don't fuck this up. I don't want to see the Tolkien fan divided. I don't want to see the Tolkien fandom go through what the Star Wars fandom did. That's why I started making videos. I literally said it, the first video, I said, the reason I'm making this video is I don't want to see what happened to the Star Wars fandom happen to the Tolkien fandom. Fortunately, it did not, because quite frankly, the Tolkien fandom was stronger because they're older. They're older and they don't have split generations. There's a lot of reason for it. I'm not saying better. I just said they did better. They did better. Tell me there's a Blade Runner blaster back there on your wall somewhere. If not, I'm deeply, deeply disappointed in you, Gary. Jason Keel for 5 Canadian pesos. It's not on my back wall. It's actually in a storage with my Blade Runner, with my badge. So I have the badge and gun. I'll break it out. I'm going to rearrange the background a little bit. So maybe I'll add it. You might not even notice. It's just flipping some figures. I've already done it. Maybe somebody who's really, really paying attention will notice. I doubt it because it's on the bottom shelf. I've already done something. Ben Shapiro played a clip of Chris Gore talking about the Acolyte tonight. Good. Hunter Becknell for $4.99. Chris Gore needs the props, man. Hail Frank the Stroke Gore. Benology's Thick Meaty Beaver for $5. I highly recommend you review a fan film named Logan the Wolf. It's a fantastic piece of art to talk about before segueing Deadpool and Wolverine. Okay, sure. Philip Connell. Sorry, just Ryan mode right there for $2. F the patriarchy. Hire your wife as the lead, right? Agenda bullshit is so embedded in Disney. May said to Carrie Ann Moss, a Jedi doesn't use her weapon unless they are attacked, as if all Jedi are women. Yes. I talk about that in my video. Nerdrotic Live needs 100,000 subs. Come on. Yes. I keep forgetting to do that. We're actually going to sub beg on FNT, but we are under 1,600 away from 100,000, and it would be my third plaque. Now, the Nerdrotic Daily plaque went to Perry. I sent it to him. Well, it'll be my fourth, technically. And I got 100,000 for Nerdrotic. I got 1 million for Nerdrotic. I haven't even hung it up. It's still in a box in my closet. And it'd be nice to have that because I don't plan on adding any more channels. Not Jeremy, for Christ's sake. Thank you, David Nerswick, for $5. I appreciate that. Thank God Kathleen will never take my memory of watching the Ewok movies in the 80s. Woman thinks she's leaving a legacy, but nothing but a trail of poo-poo. Hail the Fellowship. Tanneroo for $9.99. Yeah. Her wonderful legacy is now ruined forever. She'll always be remembered as the woman who ruined Star Wars. The woman who ruined a thing a man created. Gleeman for $10. Hey, Gary, I finally saw Godzilla -1 on Netflix. Fantastic. I'm curious. Where are you at with the One Piece? The anime, I'm way behind. What's your reading schedule like these days? I'm watching far too much stuff, so it's keeping me from reading. I actually haven't read Yara yet. I haven't read some Mark Millar books yet. So my actual hobby reading that I do, that's not reviewing or anything, it's just my reading for enjoyment, is very limited because it is, I would say I'm more of a TV reviewer than a movie reviewer. And I watch a lot of fucking TV, like a lot. And I hate about half of it. But not good right now. It'll be better when we get, usually like October, November, December particularly November, December are the busiest times for a content creator, unless it's an election year. So this year, I think, October, November, I'll be able to get back to reading and doing fun stuff. By the way, when we're done with House of the Dragon, Mahler and I will embark on our Buffy review. It's going to be once a month, 1 season per month. Keep an eye out for that. Gary, did you watch WDW Pro's video on Tiana's Bayou Adventure disaster at Disney World? I did. The ride that replaced the Splash Mountain. It's a disaster. St. Cimmerian for $4.99. I did. Hail WDW Pro. And it is a disaster. It is fucking unbelievable. But I would never, ever, for the rest of my life, in a million years, put a pinky toe into a Disney park. Ever. Mostly because I fucking hate Disney. Distant second, they don't offer anything I'm even interested in anymore. Universal is way cooler. Fucking the Harry Potter stuff at Universal is unfucking believable. And you want to talk about what's going to be big next year, guys? The Harry Potter TV show. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't. It's probably going to start casting soon. I'm guessing within a couple of months, we might even hear something at Comic-Con. But and I'm guessing it comes out at Christmas. They said 2025, but if they don't fucking hurry, it's going to be 2026. Either way, that's going to be massive as long as they don't shit the bed. I'm curious how much parent Disney is unhappy with UFC being very non-woke. Not sure, but Dana White's a powerful dude and makes a lot of money. Hey, Gary, you're looking slim. You're losing weight. Brian Smith for $2. I was on a fast. Maybe I did. But thank you. I appreciate that. I try to, one thing I don't want to be is out of shape for my wife, right? But I also don't want to be out of shape for life. I think it's I work out regularly, but it's not to it's for mental health than anything else. It keeps me on a routine. It's really good. Fights depression and all kinds of stuff. Keeps me in a good mood. Keeps me energetic. And you need that shit the older you get. Thankfully, I don't. I appreciate that, Brian. I don't have to take like the supplements and testosterone and stuff, but I will when it's time. Favorite Rush song? Spirit of the Radio. I had to think about that because I love 2112. I fucking love that entire album. Close second is Trees. But Spirit of the Radio, such a good song. It's about authenticity. In the entire Star Wars trilogy, when did anyone ever say they are here for the paycheck? Nobody talks like that in Star Wars. Trucker Mark for $5. They do now, but you're right. Gary, if you're gonna be VP, just don't crap yourself on a world stage or fall up the stairs. I can't promise either of those, to be honest with you. Frank the Tank 285. I'll never be VP, so don't worry. Duke Devil 95 has gifted 5 Nerdrotic Live memberships. Thank you very much, brother. Hi, Gary. Hi. Been watching your videos for a long time and have been binging your FNT podcast videos while playing my games. Excellent. Sending love to you and yours. Philip Russell for 5 New Zealand dollars, some Hobbit pesos. Thank you, brother. It's surreal to hear that people around the world are like playing video games. And were you using the podcast function on YouTube, or were you listening to Spotify? You don't have to answer, don't worry. But listening like to us on demand while you're playing your game, like that's the whole point of this. I love it's great when people watch live, but the whole point of this is like to entertain and it's surreal and to hear that, like, it's really gratifying. Thank you. D Breezy for $4.99. I missed the watch party stream. It's going to go back up. Yeah, sorry. We got caught up in the video. We're going to put it back up over the weekend. We just got to put a big image over it. I apologize. We should have done that already though, because I promised it sooner. For some fun Star Wars, check out Attack on the Death Star to Thunderstruck. Oh, that's awesome. See who for 742. I will watch that. That probably goes really well. You know, they Charger, I'm an old Charger fan, and that's the song they use before each game, right before kickoff is Thunderstruck. Breton Maybe for $10. Go get drunk and listen to Flogging Molly. I like Flogging Molly. This guy is boring. Thanks. I am more boring than Flogging Molly. Gary never says I should not super chat him. Don't super chat me. Ever again, Eric. There, I said it. Where's my $2? Acolyte was a painful watch. Nerd Takes for $1.99. It was, but it was funny. Like that shit was funny. I didn't get in the weeds because I'm going to be doing weekly reviews on it. So I didn't get in the weeds on the editing and stuff. I will save the getting into the weeds for the final video. Again, it's been a long time since I've reviewed every episode. Usually if I was going to review a season, it would be one video, or at most 3. It'll be a beginning, a middle, and an end. But this one's going to be weekly breakdowns, which I used to do a long time ago. Can I vent through you? Sure, Slain Hope. $5. Absolutely. How do you feel about Fauci confessing that the rules that closed down your wife's business and others had no scientific backing? I can't even say vindicated. Like, we knew that. I knew that. I absolutely knew that from fucking Jump Street. Back in the day when they announced COVID, you might even have remembered the live stream. I was with Jeremy and I said, I'm going to be a good citizen for 2 weeks. They said 2 weeks. Said, sure, no problem. Take a couple weeks off, handle my business, do some YouTubing. But if it goes 1 second longer than 2 weeks, it's all bullshit, which I suspect it is. And it was. It's infuriating. And there's no point in getting mad about the past that we cannot change. What we use, be it anger, because resentment is like taking a poison and expecting somebody else to get sick. We are powerless to stop Fauci for now. What we need to not get, dude, get pissed, but become resolute. Become resolute, going, never again. Fuck this bullshit. I am not going to forgive these motherfuckers. I'm not going to forget these motherfuckers. And we need to get these motherfuckers out, or they will do it again. They will do it again. That motherfucker should be in prison, and he should meet the pedo's fate in the general population. That's how I feel about that motherfucker while he was posing for magazines and writing his books while people were dying, losing their businesses. That piece of shit. He is absolutely the textbook science advisor from some evil disaster movie who denies everything to cover up his corporate ties and his mistress, and ultimately gets killed by the main villain before James Bond finds everybody. And in a just world, that's what would happen in Minecraft. How does it make me feel? Resolute. We weren't wrong. We weren't crazy. We weren't COVIDiots. We weren't racist, sexist bigots. We were just regular people who wanted to go to work and continue our lives, keeping this country running. And he played a part in oppressing us. All this talk about fucking oppression, that was oppression. It's not the worst form, but it was oppression. And it opened the door for a lot more. And it set precedences that it's going to take generations to change, not to mention the generations of kids that were completely fucked up on this fucker's orders. And after his act with the AIDS epidemic, it's hard to believe he still has a fucking job. Go watch the Dallas Buyers Club. Fuck Fauci. Fuck the government. I never trusted him, but I will never trust him again. Stay radical. Hail, Gary, what specifically are you and Ryan going to be spoiling? Also, on the anime manga recommendations, read Berserk. I've got Berserk. It's good manga. Yes, it is. I've got Berserk. Oh, yeah. I'm down with that. We are going to be going over the story and giving our thoughts on what might happen for season 2. That's pretty much it. And we're going to speculate instead of reacting to an episode. And I don't want to get into spoilers here, but that's we could be potentially, well, we will be spoiling stuff from season 2. Absolutely. So if you want to stay away from that, that's fine. And just but what we're doing with the reviews is we're going to talk about the books up to the point where the show is, right? The chat fucking speculate all you want. I'm not going to control that at all. I'm not going to go no spoilers in the chat. Like, fucking just be ready for that, because it's impossible to stop. And if you say no spoilers in the chat, people will spoil it anyway. It's the internet. Watch the first episode. Don't miss it. R2D2 literally screwed the Death Star. Yes, he did. Troy and Black for $1.99. Yes, he did. As of now, is there any untainted sci-fi or fantasy property worth investing in? Flash Gordon, Buck Rogers. I'm afraid to ask because your answer might give them extra target. I know, but I'd love to see a great take on Flash Gordon or Buck Rogers or both. John Carter from Mars. If I overnight a package, can you get contents to the others at the meetup? If so, be sure to check out JT's Hail the Fellowship. It would have to. It wouldn't make it because I'm leaving Saturday morning early before the places. If you can send it, find somebody to send it to in Texas and Dallas, maybe QBG or something. If he's got a PO box, but me, it would have to be in by tomorrow, which would be impossible because tomorrow is 37 minutes away. But thank you, though. Old Renaissance Boomer for $4.99. I'm such a big fan of yours. I'm not brown nosing. My skin is naturally this color. I'd love to actually converse with you, so hopefully I'll be able to meet you one day. I wish you continued success and good health. By the way, the name is stated Gatekeeper. There you go. Gatekeeper for $49.99. Thank you very much, Gatekeeper. Hey, I hope I meet you someday. We do a lot of meetups. Tammy Bombadil to replace the OG character, says Birdship for 22 Australian dollars. Don't give them ideas. Oh, geez. Need more subs. Here, I will unsub and resub to you. Thanks, Eric. Thanks for helping, buddy. And the $2. Hey, Gary, I watched Godzilla -1 last night on Netflix. It's one of my new favorite Godzilla movies. Just switched to anime for entertainment. Mike S. Hangout for $19.99. I don't blame you. You want to be entertained? That's where you got to go. I saw your Cal exit video from 2022. If you ever do a follow-up, it should say, Cove AIDS is over. Anyone who still believes in that stuff has the IQ of a rock. Seriously, fuck California. The Magna Defender, not Magna, the Magna Defender for $10. Thank you, brother. Yeah, I thought about doing a follow-up, but I said my piece. I've been going off on Gavin Newsom forever, and I will. I promise you, if he runs for president, that on Rumble there will be a channel completely dedicated to him. Completely dedicated to that motherfucker. I'll make it my personal mission to make sure he never makes it in the White House. Speaking of Rush, did you get a chance to listen to the record I sent? Cheers. I haven't, B-Chain. I haven't, but it's because my turntable's not hooked up. I will. We got to hook up my turn. We haven't quite finished my home theater. We have to make we have to make the vinyl crates, and then we have to hook up the PS5 and the turntable. That will be the first fucking thing I play. It's a beautiful. I've heard it before, so it's fantastic, and it's a beautiful vinyl. It's God, I love vinyl. Thank you, man. Love you, brother. How much will the books be finished protected? HP, Harry Potter, Rain Edge for $2 Australian. I don't know. How much will the books being finished protect? Oh, Harry Potter. Oh, I think a lot. I think J.K. Rowling being an executive producer and have complete creative control will affect it a lot in a positive way. JJ for $4.99. What's up, JJ? Peter will always be Spider-Man. Miles is a copycat, written worse. Marvel keeps doing Peter dirty. He has 62 years of history that they can't be outdone ever. If they stop it tomorrow, they'll never be able to outdo it. Ha ha, I super chatted. Anyways, fuck Eric. Thank you for the $2. I'm listening to you from the Caribbean, and English isn't my native language. Hail, Daneska for €5. Do you realize how much it says about the quality of your show? That's awesome that you're in the Caribbean. It must be late, but the weather must be nice. I love the Caribbean. Wow, man. I would ask whereabouts, but you don't have to say that. I've been to many places in the Caribbean. I love it down there. Love it down there. Welcome to the Rebellion Super Chat. Thank you for the $2. Daneska, thank you for the kind words. I truly appreciate that. Go live the life down there. That's awesome. The Acolyte had the same directing and CGI as Xenon Girl of the 21st century. Not to mention the baiting they did with Carrie Ann Moss. Infuriating. Yeah, she fucking died in the first 5 minutes. Now, she got her paycheck and she'll be back for a flashback, but that's it. The Contextual Gamer for $5. Just a super chat on Eric's behalf, you ungrateful wrench-owning owner. Bless Gaza. Thank you, Brett Cohen. Thank you for the $5 Australian dollars. Let me like this applause. Been watching FNT podcasts through YouTube. My current games have been V Rising and CK3 with a Game of Thrones. I'm going to say Game of Thrones. When I see a god, I say a Game of Thrones with AGOT mods attached. They're lots of fun. Hail. Why isn't the Game of Thrones why am I blanking on it now? The Telltale game. Why isn't it on Steam? Is this some rights thing? Ancient Mariners gifted 5 Nerdrotic Live memberships. Hail! I mean, I have it for PS3, so it's fine. But for PS4. I meant, to be clear, I meant Attack on the Death Star 2 Thunderstruck by Sal Avenu. Okay. Zion Hu, thank you for the 742. Thank you for the clarification. I appreciate it. Gary, do you think there is any downside for my not so super close cousin's POV to me writing him in prison, DWI and mental health, probably in for 2 more years? Does we care outweigh embarrassment or anger? No, writing the family while they're in is really important. Is incredibly important. Super important. It means a lot to a prisoner. Tons. So no, don't worry about that. Gary, you are an inspiration to me and so many others to watch your amazing content. Thank you. I hope to get to shake your hand one day and see you in person. Stay strong, brother. Resist the woke for $10. You too, brother. Thank you. I hope to meet you and shake your hand. Last one of the night. Hail, Gary. Not to try to stalk or anything, but I live in San Antonio area. But out of curiosity, what theater in San Antonio do you usually watch movies at? I don't know if I should say. I don't know if I should say, because I think that would kind of dox me. I do occasionally go to the God, what's the chain? What's it called? Something with an S. Santikos, the Palladium, Santikos. So like that's where I go to watch the IMAX stuff, but I have a local theater. Sorry. I don't mean to be a dick, but it would kind of dox me. Because it's kinda. But I go to the Santico IMAX for IMAX because that's a fucking badass. That's where I saw Bad Boys 4. And that's where I saw Flash. And that's where I saw Dune. Part 2. It's a fantastic IMAX theater. So there you go. And then we have Verdadero for 1 ruble. I don't know what that is, but thank you. Thank you for the $1. I appreciate all you guys. Thanks for hanging out on the Square Up. Get to bed, or if you're in the Caribbean, hang out, enjoy life. And I'll see you on Friday Night Tights with Mahler, 12 noon tomorrow. Video is coming out. So again, thank you very much. Thanks for the super chats and donations. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks to the Modrotics. Thanks to the lurkers. Thanks to everyone who supports this channel. We'll see you tomorrow.